This is a weekly reading for Aquarius. So first of all, a good shuffle. If you watch till the end and leave a comment and like, then I will reply with a free spirit message within 24 hours. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps it to grow and gets me out there. So let's just lay down your 10 cards on the table and have a look at what's been going on, what's happening and what's going to show up for you in the coming days and weeks. I do sense a lot of insecurity here. Okay, I'm seeing all this like rubbish around you, like rubble. I mean it's symbolic, but it can also mean that things need tidying up here in one respect or another. Okay, it could well be that a room or a building, something needs to be tidied up here. Okay, but it can also mean it on a different level, you know, in the sense of something's very much up in the air at the moment. Okay, it could well be around a communication problem. Things are very much up in the air. Okay, things haven't been resolved one way or the other. Okay, something needs to be sorted here. It can also point to some problems or concerns around money or a work situation that needs to be resolved. And even though something has come crashing down, something can be rebuilt but much stronger than before. But the main thing here is it's around a love situation. Okay, so it could well be around something which hasn't been said. Okay, something unspoken. I keep getting here. So it could well be you or your love interest, or even both of you are holding back your thoughts or your feelings here. Okay, it's also talking about there's some kind of choice that needs to be made here. Okay, because the energy I get here is of things being very much in limbo. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay, it's like things are kind of sort of stuck in the middle. Okay, but there's also a strong sense of being stuck between a rock and a hard place, feeling damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, should I stay, should I go type of energy, and it's kind of keeping you stuck. I've seen lots of rose quartz here as well, so it is giving me this emotional healing which is taking place. It's also advising you, if you haven't already, to actually get some rose quartz, okay, which will actually help with this emotional healing, and then you can make that decision which you need to make. Could well be you've had a lot of nightmares here, been up late at night with worries and fears. You've had a lot on your mind. Okay, if it's not one thing, then it's something else. Okay, just when you feel you got something resolved, then something else then crops up for you. But I do sense this big release, this big relief which is on the way. It's like something comes to light that gives you more clarity around a situation. Okay, it's very much this energy of the truth shall set you free. Okay, well, looking more forward, for me, I was talking about limbo, so there you go. Someone is showing a limbo here. For me, this is a twin flame card. I have two twin flame cards, okay? The universe knows that, I know that. So when a twin flame card shows up, 100% this has to do with a twin flame connection, okay? My other twin flame card is the Two of Wands. But it's also around healing, you know, as well. So even though there's like this divine connection here with somebody, I do sense there's much like pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold. So it's like on one side you have this beautiful connection, you know, this beautiful spiritual connection. You've never felt like this about anybody else before, and neither of them. But there's challenges. Okay, so there could be third parties involved, there could be distances involved, there could be challenges involved. So even though things are perfect spiritually, they always will be, because it's like this divine thread that ties the two of you together for infinity. around communication, the physical side, the emotional side. They're far from perfect. They need to be worked on here. And it's very much like this healing process which you're going through and which they're going through as well. But because you share the same soul, as you work on yourself, you're also going to work on them as well. You do feel quite defeated with what's happened recently. So it could well be that they've gone cold or things aren't developing in the way which you wish. You may feel or think that it's over, that's it. But it's not. You know, you've kind of been here before, you know, in previous lives, but also in this situation as well. And you are going to come back together again. That's the energy I get here. So I do feel you've met in previous lives in one form or another. And you're going to meet again in this life and also in future ones as well for infinity. So it's just going to keep on repeating these repeated experiences, taking on different forms. But more than anything, it's this divine connection. It's like this invisible thread that ties the two of you together forever. So there is this healing process which is taking place at the moment. There is some kind of like block here. So your mind is very unsettled, okay? You've been feeling very emotional. And it's kind of stopping you being in touch with your soul source. And of course, when you're in touch with your soul source, you're also in touch with your twin flame because you share the same soul, okay? But I do see this lifting. Yeah, it's like you haven't been able to see the wood for the trees, but it's like you step back, you see the bigger picture. Yeah, you see exactly what needs to be done. You gain more clarity here around the situation. So as you work on yourself, you're also working on your twin flame as well. It's very much about bringing it back onto yourself. Yeah, because you can't change things on the outside. You've got to change things on the inside. It's like a mirror. Yeah, so as you work on yourself, it reflects back on the outside as well. Yeah, there is a strong sense of disharmony. This is your advice card, okay? So it could well be that your heart has been pulling you one way and your mind's been pulling you another way. It's been causing this inner turmoil, okay? One moment you think that's it, it's over, you try to move forward and then something happens or you see a sign and you're pulled back. But the advice, once again, is to find that harmony within yourself. Yeah, you won't find it on the outside. You find it within yourself, then it starts showing up on the outside. It's got to be that way around and not the other way around. And also the advice again, rose quartz, you know, it's very good for emotional healing and it will help because it will dissolve barriers and then you're more in touch with your soul source, your twin flame. Right, okay, there is a breakthrough coming up here for you. On many levels, because once you break through on one level, then you can break through on other levels as well. You're kind of gaining confidence. So I do feel a breakthrough here around the love situation, around the twin flame connection here. Things are shown to open up, more better communication, more closeness here, but also around a work or business situation. It's very much about something is going to move to the next level here. And there could well be some type of travel coming up for you or a house movement. You know, I mean, there's a lot of fear, you know, because things have been difficult recently, okay? But the energy I get here is that things do get worse before they get better. You know, it's like a big tanker is going to turn around, but it takes time to kind of sort of like turn around. But once it does turn around, then it's very much this energy of full steam ahead. You know, you've lost many battles, but you've learned from these battles and you are going to win the war. You are going to come out on top. Yeah, things are clearly shown to come back into balance for you. You're being helped by the angels. You're being helped by the spiritual plane. I do feel you've been putting out these wishes, these prayers to the universe. They have been listened to, okay? They're in the process of being answered. But more than anything, all this time and all this effort you put in is going to come back in equal measure. So don't forget to leave a comment and I will reply with a free spirit message. There's also links for free daily readings, personal readings to my crystal shop and to buy me a coffee. Thank you.